So good morning, dear students. Am I audible? And okay. So good afternoon. Welcome to Data Structures and Algorithms class. And in the last class, we discussed about the overview of the syllabus and how exactly the data structure and algorithms are quite important to computer science and other subjects. Even though you are non-computer science background students, your interest will definitely appreciate it based on this subject. Okay. In module 1, we'll start yesterday itself we have started. In module 1, we discuss about completely the recap of chapter 1 and chapter 2 from the textbook. Okay. And of course, we discuss introduction to C programming and various constant variables, data types, input output operations in today's class. Okay, before we move further, I would like to ask everybody to please enter your USN in the chat box for the attendance sake. Please type in your USN in the chat box for the attendance. All of you, please type in your USN in the chat box. Yeah, right. Once attendance is registered, then we can go ahead. Another announcement I would like to make. You have to give your attendance before 12 10 minutes time will be given for latecomers. And if your presence is till the end, you will get the attendance. If you disconnect and if you lost, so attendance may not be given. And as a host, I have all the privilege to understand who has come, when he has joined, when he left. So you have to stay till the end, and of course you should be active. So today, since yesterday and today, there were only 57, 58 students yesterday. So hopefully today also. Okay. These are the students. Okay. I'll give attendance till 10 minutes. Okay. First 10 minutes every day. Up to 12:10, I'll give the attendance. And your attendance will be considered by looking into the log file. There is your stay till the, you have to stay till the last. So that information also, it is available in the login, my login. So based on that, I'll be giving attendance. Yeah. Somebody wants to tell something? Okay, no problem. So whenever you want to tell something, you can unmute and you can stop me. I don't have any objection. Okay, you're most welcome if you have any thing to discuss with me or to others in the class. Okay, right. So this is the topic that we are going to discuss now. Now, let us look into this. the person whom you are seeing. Can somebody identify who is he? Can
Dennis Ritchie.
Yes, exactly. Good. So I could not able to recognize your voice and the name. So congratulations, you have clearly said the answer correctly. And in fact, C was developed by him, Dennis Ritchie, at Bell Labs in 1974. And C is a very powerful language. Its powerful features, its modular programming approach, and simple syntax made C one of the most preferred language in 1970s and 1980s. Even today, most of the programmers they use C language for writing device drivers, and of course for application programming, for system programming, this is one of the preferred choice. And not only that, any network application they want to write, or any device drivers they want to write, they use C as the first choice. And of course, C is considered as an ideal language for someone who wants to begin uh, computer programming. So, of course, if you master C programming, definitely there are plenty of other technologies you can easily learn. So that is what C is all about. And C has some features. The first feature is it's a middle level language. See, and I have taken all these contents from your textbook. Remember, I have taken all these contents from your textbook. Same thing will be appearing in the notes that I'll be circulating among you. So these points, please note down. As I said uh, earlier, also I said, whenever we post something on the projector or on the slide, so you should able to write like it is like a board. Whenever we write something on the board, how you write in the offline class, same way in the online class also you should be noting. Okay. First point, that is some of the key features of C programming language. The first point is that it is a middle level language. What is the meaning of middle level language? Yesterday we have seen low level language, that is machine language. We cannot able to read anything. High level language, completely English, Python, other languages. But C has both the features. It has the combined features of low level language as well as high level language. So it is a middle level language. You can write device programs, you can write application programs, you can write assembly programs. So many things you can do it with C. So it is one of the very strongest programming language. Second thing is, whenever you are writing C program, it follows a structured programming approach. Structured, very much structured. If you look at any other programming language, Python or anything, uh, JavaScript or any scripting language, there is no proper structure at all. But C has a clear structure. So this has made more convenient for programmers in order to write programs. And what is there in the structured programming? It divides the large program into number of small programs, small components, small blocks. So that is one of the good feature of C language. Next, third one is it's a mission independent. Mission independent in the sense you can write any program in any language, any mission, and it can be run on any other mission. So, whereas if you look at the COBOL, it's one of the programming language. It requires specific hardware, but this doesn't do. So, a C program written in one computer can be easily ported to another. And next is it is extensible. Extensible in the sense it has huge set of libraries, built-in functions. You can use those libraries, built-in functions, as well as you can write as a programmer, you can write your own library, your own user-defined functions, user-defined header files, user-defined libraries you can write, and you can publish. So of course, so that is, if it is useful, definitely people are there to import it, include it in their programs also. Next, fifth one, it supports a variety of data types and very good collection of operators. As you know, C has almost all the data types. Every data type C has got. And same way, operators also. So this feature makes program development very fast and efficient. In the examination and the test, probably they may ask what are some of the 5 features of C language. So this is taken from your textbook. And remember, whenever you are answering in the examination or test, you should always have a reference of textbook, and whatever the textbook points are there, those points only you should write it in the examination. If you don't write these points in the examination, definitely the evaluator has not studied other than your textbook. Definitely he will not give marks, since it is prescribed by the university in the syllabus. So you are supposed to write from the prescribed textbook what are all the points that are there. So please note down these points, these 5 points, as key features of C programming language. That is the thing. The same thing diagrammatically I have written. Many people will ask, what is so specialty about C? Why C? There are plenty of programming languages are there. Why I have to learn C? So the answer is here in the single diagram. It is there. It's an object-oriented programming language. Many students were asking C++. It's an object-oriented programming language, and it's a platform independent. So completely it is independent of plant. It is very simple. It's a high-level programming language. It's most popular. It's case sensitive. Uppercase and lowercase programs are different. Uppercase and lowercase statements are different. And it is a compiler based. So compiler, the advantage of compiler is once you run a program, execute a program, it creates an exe file. That exe file you can run anytime. Every time you need not have to compile it again and again. From the compiled output file, you can run that program any times, any number of times. And C has a very powerful feature called dynamic memory allocation. So we will study during pointers what is exactly dynamic memory allocation. And with the dynamic memory allocation, what happens? We can save a lot of memory. So your program works very efficiently. So that is a concept that you should never forget. And it has very huge set of library, rich library, and efficient library. And you can also contribute. Another thing is C program is compared to any other programming language, it compiles, it executes at greater speed. So that is one very important thing. Now, let us look into the various components of a C program. If you look at a sample C program, of course, it has comments. You can write the comments like this. See, it is a multi-line comment. Comments you can write it. This is multi-line. Multi-lines mean comment you can write it in 2 lines. It's a short explanation about the program. You call it as a comment, and this is, you can write it as a single line comment. So double slash, if you write it as a single line comment, slash star and star slash, if you use these, so it is a multi-line comment. There are 2 types of comments. Comments are very important. that enhances the readability of the program, and of course explanation about each and every statement that you are writing in the examination. Please do write comments. And next thing is, this is inclusion of header files. Header files are nothing but library files. So integer main, where it indicates the start of main function. Inside this, you have a block of statements that is enclosed within curly braces. So it is called a compound statement. Many times you get an error, compound statement missing. That means you have opened a curly braces and you have forgot to close curly braces. So all the statements you'll be writing in open curly braces and close curly braces. Printf and returns. These two are the statements. And remember, each and every statement that you write in C program should be terminated, just like how you complete the sentence by putting a full stop, end of the statement. So same way, semicolon you have to write, semicolon you have to use. So this shows that is the end of that particular statement. If the statement is continuing in the next line, okay, don't put semicolon. For example, for loop, if, while, so they don't have a semicolon. Of course, this program, you can execute it in C language compiler. That is, either you can use GCC or Turbo C. These are all the inbuilt. Apart from this, you can also execute it, try it online. That's what I wanted to bring it to you. If you have internet on your mobile or on your laptop, you need not have to have installation of C program compiler. So you can directly go to IDE, Integrated Development Environment, IDE.GreekForce seek.org or ID1.org, online GDB.org, Google Colab. So you can use all these things. These are all some of the websites, popular websites. Let me show you one by one. I'll take you to one of the, yeah, right. So let me clear the screen, reconnect. Okay, the first one. This is IDE.Greek for Greeks, Greeks for Greeks.org. So what is that you're doing? You're writing the same program, writing the code here. So I'm just writing printf welcome, just entering welcome. If I want to compile, so very simple, scroll down, you just run. So what happens? It executes the code. So and you can do it. This is a C programming. You can write C program, and still it is executing. So it executes, and it will give you the results. So it is having an error because there is no semicolon. So you can run the same thing. Same thing, you can go to another id1.com. Sorry, there was a power strip. It got disconnected. Okay, I'll share the screen once again. Yeah, I was talking about IDE 1. So in IDE 1, what happens? So you write the code and you click on execute. What happens? This is, yeah, you got the output. You can see this is a program you can type in and you got the output. You got the output here. You can see C recap. We got the output. C recap in class. So you can straight away execute it. You can straight away execute it and you can do. Okay. Further, same thing, you can write this code, you can click on run. As you click on run, what happens? The program gets executed. See, it is connecting to server. The program gets executed and you'll get the results. So like this, and from Google Colab also, you can type the same program in the Google Colab. It's very popular, Google Colab, and you just write it. So what happens? Once you execute this instruction, that is write file, whatever the contents that you have written here, it will be stored into sample.c. From shell, you can execute this program, GCC, compile the program, sample.c, that sample.out, and execute the out. As you run this, so hello world is the instruction given. Yes, you get this. So you can also certainly write hello world exclamatory and you can save it. Once you run this program, it will be saved. And once you run it, yeah, you get it. So without using the compiler, installed on my laptop, I could able to run it online using Google Colab as well as the other collaborating servers. So you can make use of online servers. So you can certainly, yeah, no, because of the semicolon missed. Now, if I run it, so it will give the output. Output is welcome. You can see, and it will tell how much memory it has consumed, how much time it took, all those things. So you can certainly change it also. Welcome exclamatory you can give, and you can say run, and this is how it runs. You can see it is running. It is running. So this is how online program you can run. C program can be run online like this. It can be run like this. Let us go back to our slide. Okay, the simple program we could able to run it. Simple program we could able to run it using uh, IDE Greeks for Greeks.org, ID1.com, online GDP.com, Google Colab. So Google Colab, if you have a Google account, you can easily create Google Colab and you can start executing the program. The same Google Colab can be used for executing Python program also and many other programming languages. So it can easily run. So this is one of the very good features of online servers that we have. All right. C program, whenever you look into a C program, look at there. Each and every component is a token. So this slash star is a token, this is a token, program is a token, prints is a so every character is a token, and hash include is a token, and stdio.h is a token, int is a token, main is a token, open bracket, close bracket is a token, curly braces open is a token, again statements are tokens. Again, you can see each and every component in a C program, we call it as a token. We call it as a token. And token, you can define it like this. Token is a smallest component in a program. It's the smallest component in a program. Or a collection of tokens creates a program. So token, this is a token. Yes. So there are different components of a C token. Keyword may be one of the type of a token. Identifier is one of the token. Constant is a token. String is a token. Special symbols are a token. Operators are tokens. So tokens are nothing but they are programming components. So in the program, whatever we have seen, slash star, This is a special symbol. So whatever slash star you have, everything that follows is a comment unless it sees star slash. Yes, it's a token. Hash include is a keyword, predefined, preprocessor, directive. It's a token. Hash include stdio.h is a token. Int is a token. Main is a token. So printf is a token. Return is a token. So everything is a token. So reserve word, first I said the keyword. So keyword is nothing but the word which is having already the meaning, which is already having some meaning. So here in this program, you can see there are keywords. Return is a keyword. Include is a keyword. So that is having already meaning defined, predefined meaning. The compiler itself is predefined. They have written what is the meaning of hash include, what is the meaning of return. So all those things. So they have used identifiers. Identifiers are nothing but it's the name. Identifiers are the names to identify something. Maybe if you look at the previous program, main is an identifier. Look at here, main is an identifier. So which identifies this entire block. Printf is a name given to a function. And if I use a variable, I write here int x, I write int x. So x is a variable. So X is a name that holds some data. So this is an identifier. So printf is an identifier. Identifier is a token that can store some data or that can represent some block of statements. So we call it as an identifier. So there are two types of identifiers. So if you look at the first one is constant and second one is variable. So constants and variables are two. Constant is the one which is a value that never changes during the program execution. That never changes. Constant is an identifier that never changes. Whereas variable is a identifier that changes its value. Initially, it will be 10, next it will be 20, next it will be 5, next it will be 15, next it will be 8. So like this, there is a variation. Whereas constant is something, its value never changes throughout the program. And strings, special symbols, operators, these are all comes under the category of tokens. And we'll discuss one by one all these components. We'll discuss all these components one by one. Right. And now moving further, the constants. C allows you to define certain entities as constants whose values do not change during the program execution. They don't change during the program execution. And such entities, you call it as constant. Yes, you call it as constants. And constants can be of four types. Remember, there are four types of constants in C program. So first one is integer constant. A constant that has integer value, real constant that has floating value or scientific value, character constant, single character, string, a set of characters. If I take, for example, x contain 23, x contains 23. So 23 remains in x throughout the program. It will never change. X value never changes. From the beginning of the program till the end of the program, the x value remains 23 only. Next, I say y is equal to 3.5. I say y is equal to 3.5. It's a constant. So y remains 3.5 throughout the program. So it is a constant. I can certainly say character X, character A. Character A is equal to, I can write it as a, some symbol, hash. So I write it as A is equal to hash. So A value will never change other than hash. Starting from the beginning of the program till the end of the program, A value remain hash only, is constant only. Next, string. Suppose I say name is equal to, I will write it as VTU. I write it as. So name is defined within double quotes. So whatever you write it within double quotes, it is a string that you know very well. And name will be VTU in the beginning of the program as well as till the end of the program, its value never changes. So it is a constant only. And how to create constants? There are three popular methods. One is by using hash define. There's a function. There's a preprocessor, hash define. And you have a keyword called const. Const is a keyword to create constants. Same way enum, enumerated value, you can create constants. So look at here, example I have given, hash define G. There is no space, there is no equal to, there is nothing. Hash define G space 9.8. So this defines G as 9.8, the gravitational value, G as 9.5. So there is a variable G is created and, there is a identifier G is created and G value 9.8 remains constant throughout the program, Same way you can use const keyword. So using const keyword, you can make the G value as 9.8 and that remains same throughout the program. That's the thing. Next, you have enum. Enum, that is enumeration. So you are creating a new data type called option. Option has only two values, either yes or no. And yes is always remembered as 0 and no is always remembered as 1. Now, in this example, I'm saying, in this case. So this is a constant. This is how three ways you can create a constant. Very well said in the textbook. Same thing it has been told in the textbook. Okay, so these are the different ways you can create constants. Now, next type is next token. What we have here is keywords. Keywords are also called reserved words. So you have almost 32 reserved words in C language. And every C word is classified either as a keyword or an identifier. So keyword means the word which is having meaning defined in the header file, in the compiler itself. It is already defined. It is what we call it as predefined word or keyword or reserved word. These reserved words, these keywords are one and the same. And that you should not, that name you should not use it as a variable. That name you should not use it as an identifier. That variable name should not use it as a function name. That variable name, that keyword, you cannot use it as a constant or function name or variable name. No, they are already defined and it is keyword only. And all keywords have fixed meaning and these meanings cannot be changed. That is also. Int means integer only. Return means it will return the value only. So there is no change in their meaning. And this is defined by ANSI, American National Standard Institute, ANSI. It is an institute that forms the, what do you call it as, the guidelines the standardizations, standards. So these are the keywords that are being used. So that's all for today's class. In the upcoming class, we will discuss about operators and other data types. So thank you. Stay safe. All the class recordings, class videos are available on this particular website, and the syllabus, everything is available on this particular website. You can visit, and it is already there in the YouTube channel also. So all the class yesterday, whatever the class we discussed, that is also there in the YouTube channel. Even today, whatever we discuss, it is there in the YouTube channel. You can use it. If anybody has not typed your attendance USN, you can type it. That's all for today's sake. Thank you. And anybody has any question, any doubts, any discussion things, you can do it. Yeah, it is. I think 2 minutes are there. It is left to you. 2 minutes left to you. You can just ask if anybody wants to say something.
Sir, can we do website using C, sir?
Of course. Of course. But remember one thing, the website developing software, HTML or web browser, it is written in C only. These are the software written in C only. And website design is very simple, man. Very simple. Just 2-3 clicks, you can do it. So whenever you come to college, you just meet me, I'll show you how to do a simple website. You can build. And the website, what I'm showing here, it is built within half an hour. I built this website. Okay, just visit and you'll come to know. It's a free, lifetime free space they'll give, Google gives, and you enjoy as long as Google gives free space, free domain, enjoy. Okay, and C is a basic. So any other question? Right. If nothing is there, so thank you. We'll discuss
Thank you, sir.
day after tomorrow. Next class, day after tomorrow. Thank you.